All right, good morning. So I'm in another neck practice, personal practice, and it's been working so beautifully. It's actually unbelievable. So let's just take our moment of silence and we'll get into that little extra practice today. All right, gently open your eyes. And we will begin with those neck exercises, I was referring to. So just to begin to warm up that part of the body, several neck rolls. And play with these a little bit. Start slow, maybe speed them up, slow them down, go at different speeds and see what's going on. If you find a twitch or a ping or a pull or any of those things that are so common in this area of the body, just really notice exactly where it's at. What part of the body, where are you feeling it? Is it under the ear? Is it next to the spine? Is it the top of the shoulder? Is it by the scapula? Is it the inner or outer scapula? Is it closer to the armpit or closer to the center of the body? Or under the scapula? Where are you feeling it? Where is it coming up? And it might be a very subtle, tiny signal, probably would be the best word. And if it is, lucky you, because that might be the start of something and you could catch it early. Mine is actually quite chronic. And I've been dealing with it, I think, since last summer. So isolate a point, or maybe there's a couple points. Mine is very specific. Speed it up a little bit, see what happens. And see where, if any, it travels to. So there might be a point of reference, and then there might be a point where it radiates. And kind of check that out too. And if you don't have any of these symptoms at all, just enjoy the stretch, because it'll be good to keep away any of those issues in the future. All right, slow it down, do one more. And then as always, chin to chest. And then bring it back to center. Starting out really slow this morning, we're gonna look to the right. And then during these simple exercises, notice what movement triggers whatever you're going through. And then slowly left. So these are going to be real methodical, real mindful movements. Kind of understanding the movement of the neck. All right, back to center. And then begin the turtling forward and back. And see if this has a trigger. And I've been doing it about 10 times. Each of these was, looking right and left 10, turtling forward and back 10. We won't go through that many today, but go back to your center and just relax into a straight head, neck, and spine. So get your head, in fact, tuck the chin just slightly. So you're just gonna, a very gentle push back, like you wouldn't notice that you were doing it. But that's gonna align the head with the spine. Now tip it to the right. See what's going on with that. We're gonna hold it there for a bit. And then slowly come up and go left. And keep noticing. See which ones of these movements make the most impact on that spot or space that you're working with. Gives you a little clue on what you need to do. So if you listen to those little clues, this is the particular exercise that would be for you. So come back to center, and we're going to look to the right and left again. So just go to the farthest point and then switch to the left. Kind of a rebalancing or recalibrating the neck, and then come to forward again. Then drop your chin to chest. Sit up as tall as you can. And then roll the right ear, line it up to the right shoulder. And then drop the left hand. So let that left shoulder go as limp as you can. Really kind of feel a nice gentle pressure, releasing on that shoulder as you drop the right ear. Put your right hand on your head and give that a little extra pressure to whatever your comfort level is. Make sure your ears lined up with the shoulder. Now we're going to do tiny movements forward and back. So these are tiny, tiny little ones. So we're going to start out real slow, real small. And let the muscles on the left relax. So on the right, they're somewhat contracted. So we're moving both sides. And now increase the forward and backward motion. Go a little bit more if you're able. And then increase it more, go a little deeper, forward and back. Maybe just 4 or 5 of them, something like that. And then keep noticing. If it feels comfortable, wonderful. This is still a fabulous stretch and an opening for the rest of our asana and breathing. All right, center your ear over your shoulder, and then slowly come up. Take your time. Let's do a couple shoulder rolls in between, or we go to that other side. Forward and back. Okay, now left to left, and then your hand on the head. Do the gentle pulling toward the shoulder first, and then start the movement. Tiny. And then go on your own if you want to go a little deeper with this. I think so much of our physical issues actually can stem from higher up the body, higher up into the cranium, which I used to think just the opposite. I would always think that it would be low back, hip stuff. And I'm starting to change my opinion on that because of everything that I have learned, through these yoga classes and through experimenting. And because of the society that we live in, and particularly this past year with all the added extra stressors in our life, and it seems to kind of gather its energy right at the neck and shoulder and upper back and chest. All right, line your ear up again and release it. We're going to do some shoulder rolls again. Okay, and the one that I have found the most effective for me personally, and it targets the shoulder blades in the back on the inner edge closest to the spine. So that one is if you would point your chin to your armpit and then gradually the nose to the armpit and hold it there. And it's a real unusual spot, but it seems to have a trigger point there that needs to be addressed. So if you find any kind of a release there, just take note, slowly come up, go to the other side. Try to go as deep as you can, tucking that chin, pointing it toward the armpit. And then release that side, come to center, do some 1 or 2 shoulder rolls again. All right, just kind of shake it out, relax everything. And a new one that I have been working with is if you bend your right elbow and cross it over your body, kind of like this. So you're in that L shape. And then your other hand just grasps the elbow. And you'll notice you can pull your arm across the body and how it opens up the upper back. So just breathe here. Try to keep the torso pointing forward and just get that arm to cross the chest. And you should feel that real nice opening in between the shoulder blades. And breathe. All right, notice, relax that side. Let's try the other side. So you hit the elbow or, the upper arm and just gently course it across the body. And make sure you're breathing evenly and smoothly. All right, let's let go of that. And we're going to, my favorite one, where you dangle your arms, shoulder up to the ear, roll it forward, look to the right. Well, you starting on the right, and then turtle forward and back. And I've been doing this about 10 times too. All right, remember to slowly release this one because we're contracting a lot of different muscle sets before you go to the other side. You try the left, forward, and start the turtling. This is everything that we've done so far is good to release headache too. All right, let's start your gentle release. And let's balance with a neck roll. See if there's any change or see if something came to you on what you might need. All right. Center yourself, sit up extra tall, roll the shoulders back and down. Let your arms dangle. Just let's sit, breathe, observe, witness, listen. Listen is key. All right, let's test it. So step your feet a little bit wider, right elbow to the right knee. Bring your left arm up and over. And let's open the left side and working the neck that we just were massaging, challenging a bit. And look up. All right, let's switch sides. All right, release out of that. Both elbows on your knees. We're going to do a half forward fold, but then look forward. Now deepening that hands to the floor, look forward. It's kind of like that motion that we go through in dolphin. We'll do that later on the chair. And then right hand down, left arm comes up. Look up. And then lower that top hand or arm behind you, palm down. And keep your eyes on it so you're giving the neck a deep stretch. Now bring that same arm up and over the face and now look forward at the hand. Okay, let's try the other side. I forgot how I started. Right arm up and look up. Hand behind you. Keep your eyes on the hand. And then arm over the face. Look at the hand. So our focus is different today. When we've done this exercise before, it was attention on the side of the body. Now it's higher up, neck and shoulders and eyes. All right, both hands to the floor. Look down. And look forward. All right, bring your elbows up to your knees again. Half forward fold, look forward. So you want to flatten out the back, but turn your gaze forward or up. Now come back to seated, and we'll do a seated cat stretch just to kind of warm that all out. That didn't make any sense, but. Let's do a couple more. All right, just rest in center. See how you're doing, see how you feel. Take a quick scan. All right, take that information that you just gathered come to standing. Come into Tadasana. We're going to use the same focus during our triangle using the chair. So grab your chairs and start with the triangle pose, but keep your focus on neck and shoulders and notice the difference. So it doesn't have to be a wide stance, nothing elaborate, just change where you're observing. So keep it different than the side or the belly or the legs. And we'll do the same thing with the arm. So flatten the palm toward the hip and keep your eyes on the hand again, same thing. And then bringing the arm over the face and looking at the hand. And let's do the same thing in a revolved triangle. So spin and bring your left arm or the opposite arm up. Same focus. Focus is up higher on the spine. And then lower the hand behind you. And then try over the face. And look at that hand. All right, walk to down dog. Come to chair pose, arms extended forward. Same focus. Arms overhead, stay in chair, reach up. If you can reach up and keep the shoulders relaxed at the same time, see if you can achieve that. Whatever that means to you. Now, full overhead stretch. Keep the shoulders in that relaxed position as best as you can. And then go into a simple back bend. Same thing. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. Come back to standing. And let's try triangle on that other side. Bring your hand to the hip. over the face. And maintain that focus. Now revolve it. Same thing. And then go to the hip. And over the face. So your focus is continually on the hand that's moving. Down dog. And chair. Kind of the half version of chair. And high chair. Soften those shoulders, but still reach up. Keep that as we go into an overhead stretch. Stay right here. Keep your arms here and do the back bend with straight arms. Can you find a release in the shoulders and neck, even here? Full forward fold. Same softening of the shoulders, same releasing, let go, let the head go. And then bend the knee slightly and bring the right arm up. And then the left. Both hands to the floor. Start straightening knees. And let the arms dangle, roll up. And observe. Go to your breath, be deep and even. Okay, while we're continuing with that focus, bring your forearms on the seat of your chair. And walk back, so we'll play with modified dolphin. As soon as you get there, look forward to the back of the chair. Come up on the toes. And then lower the heels and lift your toes, spread them. All right, let's come into squat. And drop down into a modified turtle. In this version, slip your arms underneath the knees and then just wrap your hands on the ankles or tops of your feet, wherever they end up, and just stay here. If your body will allow you, drop the chest just slightly. All right, unwind out of that. Bring the soles of your feet together for butterfly. Shoulders back and down, press the knees down, and just give them a slight flutter. All right, go into easy pose. Cross your knees as deeply as you can. So your feet are almost under your knees or past the knees if you're able. Sit up super tall, extra tall, one hand on each knee. Press the chest forward, shoulders back. We're going to hold here for about 30 seconds. Make sure you eliminate that little low bump in the low back. Straighten that out. And then go right into churning. So legs at a comfortable V and right hand to that left foot. So again, let's switch that focus to head and neck. And looking always behind at the hand. Always with the breath. And today, let's take it just a little bit deeper. Even though our focus is up higher, we're going to drop the ear toward the knee. Little deeper each set. One more each side. And relax, come into cobra pose. Let's bring the hands slightly forward to modify our cobra. Bring them right opposite the face. And then come up to your comfortable level. So let's take some time with this. And if you want to start lower, coming up a little lower and working your way up, give that a try. If you want to go to like the position 2 or 3 or all the way up, try all the different levels of cobra. And just make sure you're always working with the breath. So the inhale brings you up, and then you breathe as you hold it. In whatever position you're deciding to hold, see if you can relax the parts of the body that you're not using. So I'll go to the third position. I'm going to try to relax the buttocks and legs. And I could try straightening my arms, going all the way, and try to relax the low back. And then whenever you're ready, you can lower into it and go into crocodile. Since our focus is on neck and shoulders, let's do the variation of cobra or crocodile with bringing one elbow in the center and then placing the other elbow in it, hands rest on the shoulders. Keep the legs relaxed, keep the feet and the toes relaxed. There's no tension in them. I remember when I first started practicing crocodile, I was flexing my feet and tensing my ankles and feet until somebody came up to me and tapped me on my feet. And I went, oh my gosh, I'm in tension there. This is a full relaxation pose. You now have to switch sides. Okay, now find your way onto one side. Stack your feet and support your head. And we're going to lift that top leg straight up and give it a good hold. Draw it toward the chest. And then foot on the floor in front of you. And if you want, walk that foot up to the chest. And as you release that leg, bring it down, stack it on top of the other foot, and then start just swinging it forward and back, flex forward, point back. And do that 3 times. And go to the other side. Okay, top leg up. Okay, foot to floor. And let's stack the feet and then forward and back. And now if your focus changed away from your neck and shoulders, of course that's normal, but see if you can bring it back to that. Everything is connected. So these hip exercises and leg exercises have a direct bearing on what's going, of course, higher up the body and vice versa. In fact, I'll never forget when I was first learning moving yoga from my teacher, and I was laying, in fact, we'll end that way. Just do one more of these and come onto your backs. And we'll finish up with a little bit of that because I was new to it. And he had us on our backs and our arms, at a T, and the knees bent, feet on the floor. And we began with bring your feet and your knees together and drop both of your knees to the right and look left. And then switch sides. And we kept doing that. So we'll do that today. We'll just go back and forth. And he was talking us through this. And he says, "What are you noticing?" And it took me a while, but I finally said, "Oh my gosh, my shoulders are connected to my hips." Because I felt such a profound sensation when I brought my focus to that it was one of those aha moments. And it never left me. Which is why I do so much of this particular movement, because it's just so healthy for the body, to make that general both connection and a rebalance in a very safe way. So just keep going. Match your breath with it. All right, do one more on each side. We're going to take a very brief Shavasana. Using sweeping breath to fully relax, quickly let go. Let the mind follow the breath, the body will follow the breath. Now roll left, come to seated. And we're going to purify and balance everything with a round or two of Nadi Shodhana. So just come to diaphragmatic breathing first. So establish that. And then go right into your alternate nostril breathing. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste.